fish buddies, what's up? How's everything? Guys, I always say that my plants are going well, but today my plants are not good. And why my plants are not good? Because here you can see the reason. My plants are fighting against BBA, and you know what is BBA? BBA is the black beard algae, and it is the type of algae, and it may look like from reddish purple to black shade. And if you have planted aquarium, then you may encounter it at some stage due to imbalance of nutrient or CO2 or any other factors. So guys, in this video I am going to tell you that what exactly BBA is and what are the causes and how it is produced and on which type of plant it grows and how we can control it and how we can get rid of this algae, and is it harmful for the other plants and fishes. So guys, we are gonna discuss everything in this video, and today's video is gonna be very beneficial for you if you are having the BBA in your tank and how you can prevent the plants from BBA. So let's move ahead and please subscribe.
There are hundreds of different types of algae. Some of these can end up growing in your aquarium. One of these is black beard algae. Today we will talk about black beard algae. What is black beard algae? You may notice purple, brown or black fluffy tufts growing on the plants, glass or decor in your aquarium. This is black beard algae. Auduinella is the scientific name for black algae. It's a genus of red algae that exists in both freshwater and saltwater environments. Black beard, or also called black brush algae, is a type of red hair algae. It grows on surfaces and spreads much like grass. This survives by feeding on nutrients in the water, minerals, nitrates and light. These are typically warmer waters with a high concentration of iron and calcium in them. Black beard algae typically grows on the edges of the leaves of slow-growing aquarium plants like Anubias and Java fern, and once on the leaf, it's difficult to eradicate it completely. The algae growth grows on rocks and driftwood too. It thrives in warm, alkaline waters with high mineral contents. If you have a planted tank, then the chances are you will eventually encounter it at some point. This algae reproduce via a spore or by splitting apart and growing over different areas. This means that once blackbeard algae is in a tank, it can grow pretty much anywhere as it takes advantage of water movement to release its spores everywhere. Spores can swim around for weeks or months in your aquarium, and when the conditions are right, the BBA will start growing and spreading. You may think that is black beard algae harmful to your fish or plants? But fortunately, it is not harmful to your fish at all. Plants, however, can suffer from BBA if it is not treated in time. Black brush algae will start growing on the tip of the slow-growing plant leaves. For example, Java fern, Anubias, Amazon sword and other similar plants. And eventually it will spread over time to the whole leaf. Now we talk about the cause of black beard algae. Number 1. Low or unstable level of carbon dioxide. When the levels of CO2 are very low or fluctuate, the living plants in the aquarium are unable to utilize the nitrates and light that they need to photosynthesize. So, while that environment is a disaster for plants, it's a perfect storm for an explosion of brush algae. If you have done a very large water change, that can have a major impact on CO2 levels and could trigger an outbreak of black beard algae. Number 2. Too much nutrients. Black beard algae also grows if your water column is having too much nutrients and especially iron. It boasts in warm, alkaline waters with high mineral contents. If you have a planted tank, then the chances are you will eventually encounter it at some point. Number 3. Little water agitation. It takes the benefit of low water surfaces agitation and less gaseous exchange rates. Number 4. High pollutants and dirty particles. Polluted water or bad quality water also causes the black bread algae to grow. How can we remove the BBA or control it? First of all, I would strongly recommend that you should never scrub or manually rub the BBA, because it is stick to plants and some of its particle will break and spread in the water and will boost up its further growth. The easy way to get rid of this algae is to simply cut off the leaves or remove those plants from your tank. It is the most effective and quick method to remove it. If you don't want to cut the leaves, then you need to find out the reason of BBA. Check out the level of your carbon dioxide. If it is unstable, then you need to stable it and avoid fluctuations in CO2 level. Water change will also help you because excess of nitrates and phosphates will be removed with water change. Always use clean and RO water. Don't use tap water. Reduce the light duration of the tank. It will also help you in controlling the BBA. You can also use hydrogen peroxide, as it is also helpful for removing BBA from leaves, stones, decorations and other aquarium accessories. Clean out your filters because some traces of BBA are present inside, and better filtration system will also reduce nitrates and phosphates. Introduce algae eaters in your tank. For example, Siamese algae eater, amano shrimps, nitrile snails or flying fox fish. In this way, you can get rid of black bread algae. Remember, you need to pay attention when you encounter with it, and you must find out the exact reason of its growth. Otherwise it will not go by itself. But by following these steps you can definitely control it and eventually get rid of black bread algae. Thanks for watching.